Hi all, good morning. Hi all, good morning, good evening. How are you all?
Hi Chandra, good evening. I hope you are also doing good.
Yes, I'm good, thank you.
Hi, Shikhar, how are you?
Hi, good morning, Ravi. How are you? Is it Ravi?
It's Vasanta Shekhar.
Vasant. Hi, Vasant.
Yeah.
After a long time you joined, huh?
No, Shekhar, actually, last weekend I have some office work, so that's why I am unable to join that time.
No issues, buddy. We need people like you. You are a senior resource. You can help us contribute your knowledge. It's always good to share the knowledge. I found this was better when we were doing on daily basis because on week if we go on only weekends, then it has a lot of gaps.
Yeah, Shekhar.
So we're still waiting for people to join.
It have happened.
Yeah. So in our last session, we have already there's a error message we're getting. VMware could not connect to the virtual machine. Why? I did not close my VMware correctly. I just simply exited. So the VMware has some issues, I think. Anybody can help? What is the problem and what should be the solution? Vasant, how can we fix this?
Shekhar, I am unable to see you.
Okay, okay, let me start sharing. Yesterday I found a person in our another group. His name is Chandru. He is the one who used to train on concept works videos. I'm really big fan of him. He's a good trainer. I learned
Who?
Azure ready from his videos. His name is Chandru. He has very good videos on Facebook. Sorry, on YouTube. Concept works. People are still joining, so I'm just waiting. So I'm sharing my screen. Can you see that? So last time I just removed my hard drive without restarting. So I think that's the reason this error message is coming. You can see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
I think the machine was still in shutdown in progress, and I just removed the hard drive, and I could not get the machine turning on again now. It's keep giving me error message. I'll just show you this error. Cannot be virtual machines. Make sure you have right to run the program, access all the directory and program users, and access all the temporary files. Fails to connect pipe to virtual machines. All pipe are busy. Anybody knows that what is this error message? I'm just taking help with the Google Gemini. So meanwhile, can somebody recall what we covered in last class? Anybody remember? Okay, in our last class we covered the database uh, and we installed the exchange. Yes, Nathan, thank you. Control Shift and Escape. Okay, Control Shift and Escape. VMware. First, I'll exit the VMware properly. Then Control Shift and Escape. It's done. See more. Yeah, VMware services and task. VMware, all the services we are going to end. Memory is utilized already 84% and I'm not running much. Okay, we have removed all the VMware related services. I'm audible, guys? Oh, doubtful. Okay. Backup free training. DC01. Okay, this file I need to know. .log. Anything else? Okay, so we found one issue. Whenever we turn off the machine of our Windows, VMware, without turning them off, so the machine get locked. It shows .lck. So we need to, and then we start getting this error. So this is one of the learning. I saw this message first time. So I'll just paste it in our learning page. Today's class. So this is the error message. If you get this error message, we need to go to processor, task manager, and first of all, why did we get this? Because I I removed my hard drive without turning off the machine. Okay, so I started getting this error message. I went to task manager and closed the task manager, closed the VMware services. Then I went to the folder where the machine files are saved, found a folder named .lck, means locked, and deleted that folder. So that means this machine was locked by uh, the VMware itself, and that's how we were able to delete them now. Okay, so I think we are getting somebody's message. Okay, thanks Rahul. Yeah, so we have all the members, expected members, so we're still left with anybody. So hopefully our issue will be resolved now. So we'll try to take the class for 1 hour. Okay, so now I'll start my VMware once again. So anybody has any question about the recent error message? It's a live error message we have seen first time. If anybody of you as well get the similar message, we need to process. We need to go this way. See, now it's the issue resolved. You understood, guys? Hello, hello. Please be interactive or response.
Yes, Shekhar.
Anybody can hear? So
Yeah, yeah.
we were around 10 people, and when we got this error message, we did not have any solution. So nobody had this kind of error before, but this error we found it today in our lab. So this is live troubleshooting. If you get this kind of error message, the reason was is that I have closed my machine. I have not closed my machine. I have not shut down my VMware machine, and without this, I removed my hard drive. So it locked the machine there itself where it was stuck on, and that's how it gave me this error message. Now I have killed the processor and the services of VMware. Then I went to the location where this VMware machine is created, and I found the folder LCK locked, and I deleted that folder and restarted the machine. It worked. So today we will be covering the next part of the exchange that in the last session we covered. I need that document where I can copy paste the today's learning. There was one file I have created, Google Drive file. Does anybody has that link? I have pasted docs.google.com. Okay, this is there. Okay, if you guys also are taking notes, then try to paste it here on this link itself. Today's takeaway. So it will help me also that what we covered. And so in the last session, we have covered DNS record, DORA process, forest, tree, domain. This all covered. Active Directory basics. What are the partitions in Active Directory? What is the default gateway? What is global catalog? What is mailbox recipients? Yeah. So in our last session, we were discussing about the type of recipients. Okay. So we have user mailbox. I showed you how to create user mailbox. Then we talked about the type of files in the mailbox, how the mailbox being covered, how the what is the exchange, what is this server, mailbox server, what is the database, and what else we covered. I could not record that day, so that's the reason I don't have that recording. Today I'm starting the recording as well. So, what is shared mailbox? Shared mailbox is a mailbox where generally we get all the queries. Most of the times it's being used by help desk people. Okay, so shared mailbox it's a type of mailbox where all the query comes in a place. So it can be any ticket issues, like suppose if I'm working from home and I don't have access to ServiceNow, I'm unable to open a ticket, I can simply send an email to help desk team, or I can send an email to the exchange team or the networking team. So each team, support team mostly, have the shared mailbox. The purpose of shared mailbox is to let multiple people work in the shift, and there would be one centralized mailbox which anybody can manage in the team. What you need to manage the shared mailbox, you need the permissions. So there are permissions type in shared mailbox. The one is send as permission, the one is full permission, and one is read only, I think. Let me just get the correct information.
Senders send on behalf of full access,
Correct,
we
correct,
can
correct.
give
Absolutely correct. Thank you.
for shared mailbox. Yeah.
So, what are the difference in this? What is shared mailbox and their permission? So, this is the interview question for L2 and L1. The people trying to move from the help desk to exchange. So there would be three type of generally they ask this question, that what are the permissions and what is the difference between send as and send on behalf. So as name says, if you have send as permission, then you can send an email using that shared mailbox, but the recipient will not come to know that who sent it. It would be sent as the same person. For example, if if I have access as a send as permission on billing at the rate xyz.com, and I send an email using send as permission, then the recipient will come to know that billing person had sent this email. But send on behalf is something, if I have access on Vasant's email and Vasant is my VP, so if I am his personal assistant and he is busy in some, generally it happens on VIP users, VP directors, and senior managers, or the people who are traveling most of the time. So they have their personal assistants or the secretaries. So they have the access on their mailbox and send on behalf. So whenever the personal assistant send an email, they need to have a permission called send on behalf. So they'll be sending an email, but it will be sent on behalf. So sometimes you must receive an email in office stating that this email is sent on behalf of Matri. Matri is one of the team in TCS which handles all kind of events. So whenever you have events, like we have dance party in upcoming festival. So if uh, I am working in Matri team, but if I start sending email from my personal ID, then people will reply to that email address, and my mailbox will get full very fast. But what is the difference between shared mailbox and user mailbox? That user mailbox need a license in Office 365, but shared mailbox does not need a license. But by default, it will cover only 50 GB. It will have a 50 GB of free space. Okay. So the question will be, what is the difference between shared mailbox and user mailbox? So this is a common question. So shared mailbox does not have license, does not require a license. But it has default 50 GB of space. If somebody says that I need more space into shared mailbox, then we can send an email to Microsoft product team, and Microsoft can increase the size on their behalf. And also we can assign the license to that shared mailbox, so you can have 1 TB of space, but by default it has only 50 GB in cloud. On premise, it's based on your database size. You can increase as much as you can, but by default you get only 2 GB of space in your Exchange server. Okay, so I'll open the last file which I covered, and I'll try to show. Okay, this was the class. So in my file I have saved the URL of my Exchange server. So this is my Exchange server. So doing in a lab, it's quite practical, but it's a very slow machine because of it's only one machine which has all the things are installed. So while it's getting opening, I'll try to explain the difference between shared mailbox and a user mailbox. The another question they might ask in interviews, that what are the limitations in shared mailbox, that how many emails a shared mailbox can send, and if I send an email from a shared mailbox, and where is the sent item stored into shared mailbox? Does it go to your personal email or does it go to shared mailbox? What is the store uses? How to add the mailbox into user mailbox if you have permission? So now Office 365 has invented that whenever you have permission in shared mailbox and user just have to restart their Outlook, the shared mailbox will be automatically visible to their primary mailbox. Okay, earlier we used to have manually adding the shared mailbox to the user mailbox, but now it's a backend process. Microsoft 365 product team has enabled this feature that it will be automatically added to the user mailbox. So user has to go to their Outlook, and if it's not showing, they can manually add as well. So this is what about the shared mailbox. Anything else about shared mailbox you want to know? So these are the three type of permission in shared mailbox: full
So,
access.
Shekhar, we have EXO plan to license as well, right? Which will give extra 50 GB for shared mailbox.
I didn't
Yeah,
understand.
after filling 50 GB, we can assign the license shaker, and otherwise we can assign retention policy for extension of the space.
Correct, correct. So
How many?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, how many of user use this shared email?
It's up to the team. Let's suppose you have 15 member in the team. There is no such issue we have occurred, but yes, that's a good question. We can find out the limits of shared mailbox.
For sending, it's 500 as per Microsoft limit, but we can extension that 1000% send an email.
Okay, so there is no direct login ever for a shared mailbox. What happens? Somebody, I have seen these scenarios. Somebody is senior manager or some, director or from the finance background or from the HR background, they don't know what is shared mailbox. They try to ping the service desk or they try to ping the exchange team and they ask the shared mailbox password. So shared mailbox never ever have any password. It's always linked with the user license. Sorry, user mailbox.
User
Okay.
mailbox. Actually, I have one question. One team member has left the job, and our team and other team members, there are 5 members in the team. So this email, shared email, can access with the 5 people.
Sorry, I didn't understand. Could you repeat that?
If suppose the one employee has left the organization
Okay.
and other their team members have access to the that person email
Okay.
mailbox.
Hmm.
So it is possible that a 5 member can access.
No, only whoever has the access, who can only access, not the five people.
Okay, okay, okay.
So I have pasted the limits here as somebody helped me. So 10,000 is the recipient per day limit on a shared mailbox and 30 messages per minute. 500 recipients per messages. So these are the limits on shared mailbox. You can note it down. I mean, you can refer this notebook. I'll paste it the notes on our primary notebook. So this is the difference between a user mailbox and a shared mailbox. Now
Also, you
we,
can add auto
yeah,
mapping checker in the point.
yeah, it is never shared password and manual adding. Now M365 has enabled to map the shared mailbox automatically. If it's not adding automatically to the Outlook, then also it's not a issue, because generally you get this kind of tickets that my shared mailbox is not showing. I have the access but it's not showing. So how do you troubleshoot? You first log into OA. The basic troubleshooting we don't follow. We start troubleshooting on Outlook. No, we first try to log into OA. We try to see whether he is able to see the mailbox into OA or not. If he is able to see into OA, that means there is no issue from exchange end. Then if you see it's not even showing OA, then there is no issue with Outlook. There's issue with the exchange end. So while troubleshooting, you have to understand these basics. So whenever employee says that my shared mailbox is not visible, you don't have to troubleshoot on Outlook. Outlook is just an application to connect with Exchange. So first thing you need to go to OVA and need to check whether he is able to see the shared mailbox in OVA or not. If he is able to see, then something with the wrong with the Outlook itself. So how do you troubleshoot? You check the last update. It happens most of the time because customer they have not installed the last updates of patch. So whenever any patch get you know launched, Microsoft release, remember in our first or second class I have covered, Microsoft release their security patch every second Tuesday in the world, and every company follow the process of change management, change system. They raise a change, they install the change into their production, testing in their test environment, represent the change into cab calls. All this process happens in every industry. That's a ITIL process. Okay. So once the cab is approved, they have to install. But what happens? Some customers they work from home and they ignore installing the updates. Like they get a pop up like update now. So I have turned off my update in this machine because I don't want this to be happen. So similar way, people do that ignorance and they don't install the updates. So they, if they skip any update, then I missed that part. Hmm. Yeah, if they miss the update, then it's not opening. Then their Outlook will miss some features, and this feature can be one of the feature that shared mailbox is not popping up automatically, Outlook is running slow, the mail tips is not working. So max to max Outlook issues is not handled by exchange team, they're handled by uh, service desk team. If service desk team needs any help, then we route these tickets to the Windows team or to the Intune team who works with the application. Outlook is not in the boundaries of support of Exchange. It's just an application. If somebody wants to learn and wants to troubleshoot, it's their wish, but it's not in support boundary as per Microsoft. Generally, whenever service desk team or any team sees Outlook, they think it's related to Exchange and they try to push the ticket to the Exchange team. But just to FYI, if you want to help them additionally, you talk to this team and you tell them the Outlook is not updated. It's not, that's the reason. This is the issue. If it's Outlook issue, you can simply say that it's not an exchange, and you can put your notes and you can transfer the ticket to the consent team. But most of the times it happens because of Outlook is not updated to recent patch. My exchange is not installing. Oh, sorry, opening. I don't know why. Only going to exchange. Go back to directory. So we'll try to cover these sessions every day if it's possible, because if you take a week gap, it's a huge gap, and we just break the flow. Like I have to bring almost a month, sorry, almost a week back topic that how was it and where we were. Active Directory server is not available. Okay, so AD itself is not working. Wow. So Exchange is unable to talk to AD. That's the reason it's giving this error message. So maybe some services is not working of Active Directory. So we'll see that service which we discuss in our second class. Microsoft Exchange Active Directory service running. Microsoft MTF spam policy. Exchange collaboration service. Yeah, so our next topic was, apart from the type of shared mailbox we covered, then we have room mailbox. So what is room mailbox? Yeah, one more question in shared mailbox. Generally, if you don't have permission and if you worked in a shared mailbox, then they have some folders they can create based on the team members. Let's suppose three people are in the shift, then who is supposed to handle the. So when I was in HCL in 2009 or 10, then I was in service desk team. We used to have three members in the shift, and being three member in the shift, everybody used to think that why would I work in the ticket. If we get a ticket, simple ticket, like password issues, we simply right click on the mail and assign to us. But if it's a difficult issues like VPN is not working, or my internet is intermittent connection, my internet is slow, it gonna need lot of troubleshooting, then we don't touch that email. So that kind of things we used to decide that 1 to 2 this person will work on shared mailbox, 2 to 3 this person will work on mailbox, 3 to 4 this person. So no matter how many emails you get in these hours, that dedicated person will work during that time. So if the email came at 3:15 and this dedicated person was supposed to work on that issue, but he did not reply, on a shared mailbox, whenever we get a ticket in service desk or in exchange, then we send an, if we are an exchange team and we have a shared mailbox, then we send an email to service desk team that kindly create a ticket and assign to us. Then they will create a ticket and assign to your name. And if you're an service desk team, then you take the email on you and create a ticket, reply the user that we have created a ticket, and concerned team will get back to you on this. So we have to acknowledge. Then we have a room mailbox. So recently I came to know one of the known issue in my last project. The room mailbox. What is room mailbox? Whenever we have company, we have seen uh, that there are so many rooms on the floor like Argentania. The generally company keep the room names like this: Argentania, Afghanistan, or India, or some some country's name, some Glasgow, some city name. That's how they name the rooms. So why the rooms are required? If you are a manager or if you're a team member, you want to set up a meeting. So you book a room, and uh, you book a room based on room's capacity. Let's suppose you have 5 member in the team, and you need a projector, you need a whiteboard, or you need a some round table also in the room. So each room has a different things. So you need to booking a you need to book a room. So based on your requirement, there's a room mailbox called you. That is also type of mailbox which also does not require any license. That is also up to 50 GB free. So when you create a room mailbox, it will be visible to GAL whenever user try to create a meeting, and when it decide the room. I don't have in the lab Outlook install. If somebody has, they can share, but I don't think so. They'll be able to share the production environment in here because you are joining from personal laptop or mobile. So, but just I'm trying to make you understand that what is a room mailbox. It is a mailbox which has the limit of booking the rooms. But recently, what we found an issue that some managers, they were booking different rooms. Like let's suppose one building is in Indore, or one building is in TCS building is in Noida. So that building has very limited rooms, and it is an outer area. So that building has very limited rooms, and people don't get much rooms available when they need. So what they try to do, they try to book multiple rooms. So what issue we came to know recently, that one person has booked 3 rooms at the same time. Obviously he cannot go to 3 rooms. He can only go in the one room and attend the meetings, or the schedule the meetings, or do whatever he wants to do in the room. But other 2 rooms are not available for other people. So what management came to us, they want this to be fixed, that room should be not be booked duplicate to by other person. So we have advised them to buy a third party tool, because in exchange there's nothing called finding the duplication direction, right? So this is something new. So we advise to buy some third party tool, that this tool will try to map, and before booking, you have to map this tool to your Outlook, and before you book the rooms, it will show you that you have already booked the rooms, you cannot book the another room. And then if she's the email will trigger to his manager. So such kind of solutions came with the third party tool. It's available. So room mailbox is nothing but it's a kind of a room where you have the meetings, but you have to book the rooms. So other person cannot come during your meetings, and they know that you have booked the room. Okay. Then we have equipment mailbox. So what is equipment mailbox? With the name says, we have company car, we have company projector, we have company camera, we have company something which is owned by company. But let's suppose you are working in a Sony project. So Sony is a camera company, and it also, your project is made into accidental insurance business. So whenever there's an accident happens, your surveyor go to the accident place, do the survey, take the pictures, and come back and submit to the company. But why a surveyor will have his own personal camera? Obviously, he needs company camera, right? So whenever he wants to go for a survey, because it's insurance company, he needs company camera. But if you buy a camera and give to one person, and if he's on leave, then 70,000 rupees of camera will not be utilized by other person. So you want, as per policy, he cannot bring the camera to home. He can book the camera whenever he wants to go for a survey. And later on, he has to keep the camera into the storeroom or wherever the administrator wants to. But that camera can be booked by anyone, only to that surveyor team. Similarly, we have projectors. So let's suppose projector used to cost a lot. Now it's not that much. So let's suppose you have a projector which cost around 25 to 30,000. You have 7 rooms in the building, but you have only one projector, because projector is not frequently used equipment, right? Nowadays, offices, they have started TV in all the rooms. So if somebody needs a projector, then there's only one projector. Then they will try to book the projector also, but that projector will have its own equipment mailbox created. So it will be named like, projector, or building name DDC3, DDC4, DDC5. Bangalore will be BBC through 2 3. So Accenture DDC5, DDC used to, like, Delhi Center. So that's how the naming convention happens based on your company policies. Then we have abbreviation mailboxes. Okay, so these abbreviation mailboxes are for approval process, moderations and approval workflow. So let's suppose if you have to book a room, and if you have to take a company car. So let's suppose somebody is working in a Maruti company retail industry. So he wants to have the car, the test drive car, and he wants to bring it outside. So car cost is around 20-25 lakh rupees. He does not have own rights to take the car and go on a test drive for anywhere. He can utilize that car for his occasional purpose, for his personal family members, for shifting somebody, for attending marriage, right? So in such case, whenever he wants to, any employee wants to take a car from a showroom and wants to go for a test drive, the approval mail will go to his manager, or to the sales manager, or to the workflow as per the design. So once he approve, then only that car will be booked on his name. That equipment mailbox will be booked on his name. So that is called moderation mailbox or approval make flow. The mailbox type is abbreviation, arbitration mailbox. Okay. Then we have discovery mailbox. So we have something called e-discovery. Why do we use e-discovery? Because in Exchange Office 365, this is a new feature was introduced in Exchange Cloud version only. Earlier it was not there. So earlier we used to call it Discovery Mailbox. Now it's called e-discovery. So e-discovery is a feature which is capable of searching. Let's suppose this is your organization. An organization has a SharePoint team. Actually, it has Teams. It has Outlook. It has HR workflow. Sorry, Workday, where HR puts the email address and joining informations and details. Then it has transport portal. Okay, then it has whatever the database is for employee directories. So these many, like in TCS we have Ultimatics. In Ultimatics you can search the employee, right? So similarly we have so many, departments. So e-discovery has capability which is capable of if you search anything in e-discovery, it's capable of searching your query in all over the uh, you know teams. Like it will search in teams also, it will search on exchange, and SharePoint also, it can search in anywhere. Are you getting my point? Generally, why do we use e-discovery? That most of the time we get a request from management that this person has some legal issues, or this person left the organization. We need email from this date to this date. He left the organization, but his manager or the legal team or some financial team raise a request that we need emails from this date to this date. So that's what the e-discovery mailbox is used for. Okay. Anybody has a question by now? Anything?
Discovery is used for providing PST files.
Sorry?
E-discovery is used for providing PST files.
Yeah, it can be for PST also. It can be for data, some SharePoint data it may be required. So depends on what data they're looking for, but it's capable to search throughout your organization. Okay. So our exchange is not working because Active Directory is not working. Why Active Directory is not working, I have no idea. Do you have anybody from AD team? Our exchange is not starting. Active Directory server is not available. Okay, so where I was on. Yeah, then we have public folder. So what is public folder? Public folder, I think it's being removed now in the latest version, right, Vasant, or anybody? But it used to be, if it's a kind of folder where being shared throughout the organization. It's a public folder. So these folders are generally used to have some shared information, like some offers. Are we in the meeting? Hello, hello. Is it disconnected?
Yes, we can hear you, Shekhar.
Okay.
Still 12 minutes left.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll try to finish for 1 hour only. So what is public folder? It is share, like shared information through public folder. Public folder is being removed now, as per the latest update. Let me see if it's wrong information, because it used to be earlier. Now I don't see. I have never gotten a chance to work on public folder these days. Is still Yes, public folder mailbox still exists, especially in the environment using Exchange Online. Okay, yeah, it's still there. So public folder, store public information, share emails, calendar, maintain legacy, shared, etc. Okay. Yeah, it's still there, but Microsoft is not recommending for a new deployment. If you want to install Exchange newly, then it's not recommended. Microsoft try to recommend that use your shared mailbox, Teams, or SharePoint. So when the SharePoint was not there, then the public folder was useful to share the information throughout the organization. Now they have removed it to, I mean, most of the companies, they don't use it, but we have limits in public folder. I'll try to paste it in our chat. Sorry, in our notes. So This is our public folder limits. Okay. Now next is we have somebody try to join the session. It's already over almost. So when we have 5 minutes left, let me know. We will wrap up the session. Okay.
Okay.
Then we have mail user. Then mail user, it has an AD account. Mailbox exists outside Exchange server, external mails only. And example, consultant working organizations like mail user are the user whose mailbox is not with us, but it's an AD account. So it's only mail user. So why do we do that? Generally we have vendors, some delivery boys or some vendors who comes to take the blood sample, who visit regularly to your office, like some doctors, some hospitals, they have vendors who comes and take the blood sample and other things, but they are vendors. So to authenticate the application, they need an AD account. So they just have an AD account, but they do not have the mailbox, okay, into our organization. Then we have mail contacts. Mail contacts does not have a AD login, but it has an email address that can be external email, but it's added to our exchange as a mail contact. So if you have a mail contact, it can be search in our Outlook, or we can send an email to them. It can be your external email, but for that your organization should allow the policy that you are authorized to send an email outside of the organization. Okay. Then we have mail enabled groups. Distribution groups are like DL that send and receive emails. You need to go through the permissions into difference between shared mailbox and DL. That is the most frequently asked question into interviews. Then we have mail enabled security groups. Only assigned permission members can send and receive emails into mail enabled security groups. Then we have dynamic distribution group. So this is also most of the uh, you know frequent questions asked in interviews, that what is the difference between dynamic distribution group and distribution group. So dynamic distribution groups are conditional based. Let's suppose Vasant is in VIP, the main ED server. Yeah, no, it's 2019, Nathan. Yeah, so dynamic distribution group, it's something based on a condition. So let's suppose Vasant is in finance team. So Vasant's property will have an attribute which has name finance, but we will put the conditions. If there's no finance in his property or any user's property, it will be automatically removed from this DL, finance DL. So these are the dynamic distribution group, automatically update the members based on the filters. So whenever we join company, let's suppose somebody was working in Accenture Gurgaon, he used to receive Gurgaon events emails. Welcome to this happening is this blood sample is being taken, blood donation is being happening in Gurgaon, this building. So we'll only have emails update on Gurgaon location. But that person in Accenture has been transferred to Bangalore now. So once his location removed from Gurgaon to Bangalore, he will be automatically removed from the DL, which is dedicatedly to Gurgaon location employees. Now he'll be automatically will be added to Bangalore location DL. He'll start getting updates of interview drives, walk-in drives, cricket happening, any events happening into company. So that is based on the attribute which is conditional applied on the dynamic distribution group. It can be location, it can be department, it can be your whatever the condition you want to. Okay. So how many minutes we are left with?
6 minutes.
So I think last 5 minutes we'll wrap up the session. We have covered the type of mailboxes today, and then we'll continue tomorrow. So anybody wants to share something which they have learned something new into their experience? Anything you want to share? Any new issue you have occurred?
Yeah. I would like to thank you, sir. I have learned many things new to me.
Thank you, Rahul.
Actually, I'm in the IT
Sorry.
IT support team.
Yeah, these sessions are to learn free and to share knowledge as well. So you guys can share your new things, what you learned today, not from the class, from your company, that you learned something new issue today, you faced any challenge. You can ask other senior people. We have so many people in the group, right?
Yeah.
So that's the last 5 minutes wrap up I want to do. And the reason I have made this class little shorter, uh, Sharma, when configure the Exchange server, you need to provide internet access for the servers because of the installation that are necessary. No, we don't have to provide internet access because it's our lab. It's not public facing, right? So guys, please ask questions if you have any question, and for the next class tomorrow, come up with some questions that you understand things. Okay,
Yeah.
and
I have something to tell you. My team, my company has using Microsoft 365, and we are discussing about the Exchange. So is there any difference between these two?
yes, Vasant, you want to highlight this question?
Sorry, I didn't understand what he was asking.
He's asking what is the difference between Exchange and Office 365 because
Maximum.
You're asking about on-prem and
yes, on premise and Exchange online.
M365 is the cloud-based, and on-prem we can use it within the space in we need a space for that.
So I'll give a simpler answer. I think the meeting will end. I will send a new link
Yeah,
for
yeah,
10
yeah.
15 minutes. Okay. Because I want to answer this question. I mean, the permissions you download the host and then paste inside the servers. I mean, the prerequisites. Yes. For base machine, you need internet. But to installing the prerequisite, you don't need internet. And Nathan, are you also in our group, WhatsApp group? You can always message in the group as well if you feel like there's something which you want to. Uh, yeah, you can always ask in the group as well. We have very good and senior people and supportive people for these answers. So to answer your question, Rahul, and
Yes,
let's
sir.
suppose you have a you are owner of a pizza shop. Okay,
Okay.
your purpose. What is your purpose? Your purpose is to make money, to serve people pizzas, right?
Yes.
So your primary main focus is on pizza business. You want to make money. You don't care. You have a rented place or you have your own shop. But
Yes.
even if you're rented, still you are making pizzas. Still you are customer doing serving the customers. But even if you have own place, the main thing you have to invest to making your own buildings. If you have rented place, you can ask the person, the owner, that I want rack, I want oven, I want two more chairs, I want four more tables, I have increasing customers, right? Day by day my business is
Yes.
increasing. So every day, if you think that weekends your sale is good, you need six more tables. So you can uh, call is ending, so let me send another meeting invite. Okay, and everybody please join there, and we'll just cover 5 to 10 more minutes. Okay.
Okay.